given that f of x equals the square root of x and g of x is equal to x squared minus 1, find the following composite function. Okay, so let's see. We're given g of f of a half. Oh, sorry, not half. 1 divided by radical 2. Now, what you do first is inside first, right? The innermost parentheses. So number 1, innermost parentheses. Right? So f of 1 divided by radical 2 is equal to anything inside the x, right? Must be inside the square root. So anything inside the x must be inside the square root. So it'll be square root of 1 radical 2. Then number 2, do g of the square root of 1 divided by square root 2. Because g of x means that whatever x is, right, we put it here, and then it's going to be squared minus 1. So that's squared minus 1. So 1 divided by radical 2, or minus 1. So go ahead in PEMDAS, right, what did you use first? Parentheses, but parentheses is inside, so there are no operations, so we don't do that. Exponents next, so do radical square root of 1 divided by radical 2 times the square root of 1 over radical 2 minus 1. So now we do multiplication next. This times this gives you the same thing inside, your radicand, right? Minus 1 equals, you need the least common denominator, and that's going to be radical 2. So rewrite the second fraction over 1 as a fraction, the whole number as a fraction. So then go ahead and multiply the second fraction to give you radical 2 in the denominator. Must do it to the numerator. So 1 over radical 2 minus 1 times radical 2 is radical 2. 1 times radical 2 is radical 2. So just subtract your numerators, 1 minus radical 2, and place it over the same denominator, radical 2. G of f of 1 divided by radical 2 is going to be the following.